The main focus that I want to work towards today is the bow, which is quite a tricky one to do first thing in the morning. But beforehand, we'll do various exercises that strengthen the solar plexus region and which help us to grow backwards through the spine from the solar plexus backwards as we need to in the bow. So it'll be quite a sort of centering, strengthening kind of session. So let's start with the sun prayer. If you'd like to come up to a standing position. Let's become aware of the solar plexus as our center, and let's just try and keep that center in our awareness throughout. And take the hands together. And take the arms up. Just letting the breath flow. Just remaining aware of that solar plexus center as you stretch. Coming forwards and looking in. Taking the right foot back. Moving back. Be aware of the center. Grow upwards. Come into the plank. Take the knees, chest and forehead down. Slide along the ground and open into the cobra. Push into the downward dog. Take the right foot forward, grow into the back leg, move up. And take the left foot forward and look in. Move up and grow. Keep breathing. And take the hands down. Hands together. Take the arms up. Growing, lengthening. Come forwards and look in. Left foot back. Moving up. Plank. Knees, chest and forehead down. Slide forwards, come into the cobra. Push into the downward dog. Left foot forward. And grow. And right foot forward. Come up once again. And take the hands down. Let's bring a little bit more active dynamic into our movements this time, a little bit more elasticity from this center. Hands together. Moving up, a little bit more active stretching and lengthening, and then come forwards. Take the right foot back from the center, actively growing back and actively stretching up. Come into the plank. Knees, chest and forehead down, a good arching, being aware really of stretching from the middle of the back. Come into the downward dog and then specifically from that center, a bit more length. Take the right foot forward, move into the back leg, growing and lengthening upwards, and then the other foot forward. And then come up again. Keep breathing and growing and lengthening. And then hands down. Hands together. Moving up and growing and lengthening right the way up. And then move down. Left foot back. Moving upwards and growing and lengthening more. And then plank. Knees, chest and forehead down. Slide along the ground and open into the cobra. Push into the downward dog. Left foot forward, moving back and upwards right the way through. And then the other foot forward. You come up, grow and lengthen, and take the hands down. So let's come to the scales. Would you like to take your right foot forward? Take your awareness to this solar plexus region once again. Take the arms up and you can begin to stretch and lengthen. Let's just stay in this starting position to begin with so that we can get a real feeling that from the solar plexus we're bringing more elasticity in, more length in both directions. Free breath. And back down again. Other side, the step. Take the arms up. Take the awareness to the solar plexus. Move backwards into the back heel. Forwards through the spine. Growing longer and longer. Full breath. And then back down again. Let's roll down and hang forwards. And then come back up again. Stretching up. And hands down. Let's come actually into the scales, the full scales this time. Take the right foot forward. Let's bring about a really good activity in the solar plexus, keeping our awareness focused there, and then streaming into the two directions. Always thinking that thought that we grow long and firm with free breath. Returning, placing the foot firmly down, and then from the center, streaming up high, and take the hands down. And the other side, left foot forward. Take the arms up, moving into the back leg and from the solar plexus forwards through the upper spine as well, right through the arms to the fingertips. Keep the breath free, come into the scales. Rowing firmly backwards through that leg, firmly forwards through the spine, through the arms. Keep the breath free. Return again. Take the foot down and stretch up further. Right through the upper spine, right through to the fingertips. Take the hands down. Roll down and hang forwards once again. And then come back up. Take the hands down. Let's do the sun prayer once again. Hands together. Take the arms up. Stretch and come forwards. Take the right foot back. Moving into the back leg. Moving upwards, really growing and streaming up. Come into the plank. Knees, chest and forehead down. Slide forwards, open into the cobra. Push into the triangle. Right foot forward. Moving up into the half moon. And the other foot forward. And then coming up once again and growing, lengthening, being really aware of that rib cage, solar plexus. Hands down. Once again, take the hands up. Actively stretch from the middle. Come forwards, left foot back. Going into the back leg, right up through the body, into the plank. Knees, chest and forehead down. cobra, triangle, left foot forward, half moon, right foot forward, standing half moon and grow, and take the hands down by your sides. So we'll come to one of the movements where we really grow backwards from the solar plexus, and this is the dancer. Just let your breath flow freely and gently. Keep your upper body relaxed, shoulders relaxed, neck, head and relaxed, and just relax this hand. To do the dancer, you can tilt forwards a bit, but the main thing is lifting that leg up backwards. Okay, return again. Let's do it on the other side. Step onto your front foot. To begin with, come to this solar plexus center with your awareness. So you're really getting that lift from there. That's the thing that can help you then to keep your center, to keep your stability. Then you can take the back leg, relax the top arm and the neck and the head. Now grow. Upwards with that knee, as high as you can. And return again. Let's do it once again on each side. So the thing is to really get a sense of firmness from here so that you can get this movement of really pushing your leg back. Let's do it again then. First side, take a step. Start with that awareness of the solar plexus, almost as if you're lifting up from there. Take the ankle. And now start to push that leg actively backwards and upwards. You literally push the knee right up high, out of your solar plexus. So the movement starts from there, not just from your hip, but right from the rib cage region. And return again. So the whole purpose of this exercise is to get the feeling of growing backwards right from up there. Normally we would think of just lifting our leg from the hip. But we want to imagine that we start lifting it all the way from up at your solar plexus. Let's do it on the other side. So be aware of that solar plexus region right from the start. Take the ankle. Now be aware the movement starts from that solar plexus and grows all the way backwards through the lower back, through the buttock, through the thigh, and then return. And roll down and hang forwards. And come back up again. Growing. And take the hands down. Let's do another round of the sun prayer. Hands together. A good active stretch, streaming upwards this time from the solar plexus and forwards. Take the right foot back. Come right up high and really grow and lengthen. Come into the plank. Knees, chest and forehead down. Slide along the ground, curling far back. Downward dog. Right foot forward. Half moon right up. left foot forward, standing half moon and grow, and then take the hands down, hands together, stretching up high, forwards, left foot back, half moon, plank, knees, chest and forehead down, cobra, downward dog, left foot forward, half moon, right foot forward, standing half moon, and take the hands by your sides. Let's come to the St. Andrew's Cross, a more peaceful centering one. This time our center is not so much there at the solar plexus, but a little bit higher. Between the heart centers there, the solar plexus is there. We can have our center halfway in between. So take your awareness there. Hands same distance apart as the feet. So your hands can just be, so you can see the full picture. It's like that, good clear lines with your hands. I'd like to look just gently downwards onto the floor ahead. Come up onto your toes. Remain aware of the center of the cross. Good, firm, straight lines. Make sure your elbows are straight. And then come back down. So we'll come towards our work with the bow. So let's begin lying on the ground. And take your knees quite wide apart. Let's start with one arm out in front and just raising the other leg. In fact, you can straighten out that leg. Just raise up this one leg, just to get the feeling again of working backwards. To start with, it'll just feel, if you're lifting it, that you're doing it from the hip. Try and think it as coming right from there, from the solar plexus, all the way back. Let's do it a few times, just so you can get that movement going, lifting that leg up as if it's coming from the solar plexus. Let's have a go on the other side. A few times, lifting it up a little bit more each time, as if it's coming from the solar plexus. Let's bend both knees, but don't take hold of the ankles. Just open up like this, coming forwards so your hands are free. Your chest is looking forwards. So you can start to get the feeling of some centering in the solar plexus again. Breath flowing. And back down. Let's try taking both ankles now and lifting them up without raising the face off the ground. Keep your face on the ground, but just raise the knees up. Solar plexus presses down. and return again. Let's come into child's pose. And come up to a sitting position. We'll come back and do the actual bow in a minute, but I want to just do some sitting exercises first to really get that sense of lifting the solar plexus. You sit up like this. So it's always the same idea that this is our central region. This is giving us a real firmness. And take the arms up like this, right the way up. Really lifting, really growing, right the way up and stretching up even more, as high as you can. Be aware of that solar plexus, hands down again. And we'll do this as if we're doing a twist into the head to knee position, like this. Okay, so you stretch up, twist round, and take your left hand to your right foot. So you're getting a twist in there. Just bringing some movement into the solar plexus. And good lifting from your rib cage right the way up high, twisting, and then taking the other hand down. Let's do it again so we get that sense that from the solar plexus we can be active, lifting, twisting, and coming down. Return again, right the way up, twisting round, other side. Coming back up, both arms up. And then take the hands down. So we'll come into the head to knee position. Just a brief activity. Coming outwards, stretching out forwards, right the way up, far forwards, lengthening more and more. Right the way down, and then take the hands round your feet, looking forwards towards your knees. Keep the breath flowing, lengthening the back. Stretching right through your spine. And come back up once again. Moving up, stretching actively up, growing. And take the hands down. So let's come to the actual bow itself now. If you'd like to lie down on your front once again. And take your face onto the floor, take the knees quite wide apart, take hold of the ankles. Be aware of this solar plexus region really well anchored on the ground. Keep breathing. And now lift up first of all your knees. Stay with that first, just the knees to start with, as if they're coming from the solar plexus, bringing them higher and higher. And finally, you can lift up the chest as well, without bending the arms. It's the feeling that you're anchored from your solar plexus, moving up into the bow, right up high. Legs come up higher, chest comes up higher as you intensify the movement. And come back down again. Push back into the child's pose. And then come back up. We'll finish off with Yoga Mudra. So you can do that either remaining in a kneeling position or if you prefer to do it in lotus or half lotus or the sitting position, that's also possible. Take the arms up above your head. With the yoga mudra, we need more mental preparation than just for the simple child's pose. We can be aware that we retain an overview over our body. We could even say that we perceive the skin, the periphery of the body. Let's come down into the position. Let the breath flow. And just stay with that thought. You can perceive the skin of your whole body. And come back up again. And take the hands down by your sides. And let's finish our session there.